When you're editing a video in Resolve, have you ever seen this pop up in the viewer? Yeah, we're going to enter the wonderful world of media offline in today's video. So welcome back to Creator Reality. I'm John, and I'm here to break down the most often seen instances of media offline and how to fix them. So let's dive into Davinci Resolve, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here we are, we're in a project and media offline. You see, we've got red over here, we've got the media offline in the viewer, but the big kicker is we have red instead of the normal blue thumbnail. Like over here, we've got like a bunch of arrows, right? But they're blue, that's the normal color for clips. When they turn red, they can't be found. Sometimes you'll see it even here where if I scroll up, you can see we have a blue render cache. Sometimes Davinci Resolve's render cache gets out of whack, so we need to fix that, and the best way that I know how to do that is to delete the render cache for that project. So we can come up to Playback, Render Cache, and we have Delete Render Cache, all unused or selected clips. All applies to everything in this project. Unused is anything unused, obviously, and then selected clips is if you have lasso selected some clips that have render cache done to them. When we come to Playback, Delete Render Cache, and use selected clips, it will delete just the render cache for those clips. I find that all works really well for this, and it's only going to take Resolve a few seconds or a few minutes usually to regenerate all the render cache files, and job done, right? The other thing you can do is going up to Playback, Manage Render Cache. It takes a few seconds to pop up, and then we've got our window. And in here, you can click on Render Cache. Click it once, it'll sort ascending. Click it again, it'll sort descending. And you'll see thumbnails right there at the top. And it's got 23 megabytes. So I'll select that one and then come down here to Clear Selected Cache. And it'll get rid of it. When I click Close, you'll notice that this line has now turned red because it doesn't have the render cache files anymore. If the render cache gets corrupt, you'll get a media offline for those frames. And this will fix it because Resolve will regenerate the cache. This depends on the speed of your hard drive and the amount of free space on that drive. I always recommend editing with solid state drives. They're just faster and make life a lot easier. I will leave links down below to the ones that I use because I've had pretty good luck with them so far. Anyway, moving on. The other thing we can check is to go up to the Davinci Resolve menu, click on Preferences, and on the system side, you want to make sure that your drive here, the first mount, is actually available to your computer. So in the case of certain hard disk drives, they will go to sleep after a while, and you'll get a message from Resolve saying, hey, this drive isn't really available, so you might want to check that. I forget what the actual messaging is, but if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But if you have that drive and that drive exists, and I do recommend it be a solid state drive, then that'll fix some of your media offline. Then there is the big one. This is the last one we're going to cover, but it is the big one. And it's going to directly deal with this clip right here. So here we are. We have our missing file, and I'm going to click on it and hold Alt and press F, which will find it. I put it in a missing file bin in my media pool just for clarity's sake. There's a lot of files, but it'll pick up on it. It'll find it in your media pool. It'll show it to you and highlight it. And we know this clip is missing because we have the red icon here. So we're going to right click on it. We'll come to Clip Operations, and we're going to change source folder. You can try relinking it, but we'll just change the source folder. It was in this D current videos, yada, yada, yada. We're going to click Browse, and it gives you all your drives. And we'll just go ahead, and I know it's in my archive drive now because I have moved this off of my editing drive because I finished that video. But I'm going to go ahead and find it. It'll be right here. And it's a little bit kludgy to use this interface to navigate your hard drives, but you'll eventually find it like I did. And you click Open, and you'll see it's changed here on the 2. So we have a from and a to, and it's changed. We'll click Change, and then it'll show up. There it is. Ta-da! Now the file's back, and no more media offline. So we have fixed this. Hopefully you enjoyed this quick tip. Hopefully it helps. Let me know in the comments below if it does help. Let me know if you have a question about Davinci Resolve. Let me know if you've gotten the media offline message. Yeah, let's start with that one. Anyway, I hope you're having a great day. I do thank you for taking the time to watch the video, and I do hope you got something out of it. Until next time, click on this video, which I'm sure will be just as helpful. John out.